Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 18, verses 1 through 33. After David has retreated from Jerusalem away from Absalom, doesn't mean that David's immobilized or paralyzed. Quite the opposite. He immediately organizes his men, assigns, commanders, and then marches his army out, splits them into 3 different units, which is really taking a leap of faith. And one of the things to sense is that the Lord is not pleased by us being passive, but rather the Lord empowers us to take a stand, to confront our enemy. Now, as they were going out, David says, "I go out with you," and all the men say, "No, you can't do that. If you're taken down in battle, then the whole thing is over." So he doesn't go, but he gives instructions to the commanders to be gentle with the usurper, Absalom. And everyone hears this, but it's a sign that once again, David is not able to hold someone who has broken boundaries accountable. And so David's army marches out. It's a rout. It says that the casualties are great, and this is really a sad thing because it is Israel against Judah. It is brother against brother. So this is tragic. As the Israel that Absalom leads breaks, Absalom himself flees on his mule and encounters a platoon of David's troops. And as he's fleeing from them, he gets hung up in a tree by his vanity, by his hair that was so gorgeous and thick, right? And it traps him. And word gets sent to Joab the general that Absalom is stuck in a tree. And Joab said, "Well, did you kill him?" He said, "No, we heard the order from the king not to kill him." And Joab understands what's at stake, that if David can't hold him accountable even after he attacks him, it's not going to improve. And so Joab does the hard thing, and he kills a defenseless Absalom. And he piles, after Absalom had made his own monument, now he's got a new monument that Absalom piles stones on him as a pillar of dishonor over his body. And, Joab is a hard-hearted soldier. You might even say murderer. Now, word goes back, and Cushite wants to take that word back to him, and or sends that word back. There's another guy, Ahimaaz, who wants, let me run and take this. And Joab said, "No, this is not word you want to take to the king." And so, they show up and they tell him, "We won this great victory, but Absalom is dead." And we hear David weeping because he has this unhealthy parental codependency with Absalom. But I think also what's at work here is just the brokenness of David's family is crashing down on him. He's recognizing the price that is being paid, that this is the divine discipline that is being meted out to his family because of what David has done. And while God has delivered David from ruin and death, doesn't mean he's delivered him from the punishment for his sins. And he cries out, oh my son, Absalom, Absalom, if only I had died instead of you." And so no matter how crazy that son was against David, he still was willing to sacrifice himself for a son who hated him. Isn't that what God does with us when he gives his son, Jesus Christ, for humanity? Thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.